They were inferior to the Soviets. The United States told what the armed forces of Ukraine did with the Leopard tanks. The Ukrainian military had to withdraw the German Leopard 2 tanks from the front line due to the loss of a large number of these vehicles in battles, writes Military Watch magazine. Leopard 2A6 suffered significant combat losses, greater than subsequently. Ukraine withdrew these tanks from the front line in order to save them for more important offensive operations, the article states. According to the publication, the armed forces of Ukraine moved to the Soviet T-64 and T-72, which were the backbone of the armored units in previous operations. Machines made in the USS are significantly outperformed the German counterpart Leopard 1 in performance characteristics, the publication specified. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said the day before that the Russian military had already destroyed more than 1,200 armored vehicles of the armed forces of Ukraine, including 17 German Leopard tanks and 12 American Bradley infantry fighting vehicles. During the Ukrainian counteroffensive, the Ministry of Defense has determined the procedure for the entry of Russians into volunteer formations. The Ministry of Defense has determined the procedure for the admission of citizens to volunteer formations. The corresponding order is published on the portal of legal information. When selecting candidates for volunteers, military commissariats are advised to pay attention to Russians who have completed military service and have military specialties. The candidate must meet health requirements, and the Military Registration and Enlistment Office will assess the psychological fitness of the future volunteer, including his motivation for entering such a unit. A Russian citizen who has concluded a contract will be issued a certificate of a citizen who is in a volunteer formation. Additional training of fighters will take at least 10 days. The document also regulates the procedure for staying in volunteer formations and exclusion from them. A sabotage group of Ukrainian troops, consisting of foreign mercenaries, was destroyed on the front line near the village of Rabotino in the Zaporizhzhia region, said Vladimir Rogov, head of the Zaporizhzhia public movement We Are Together with Russia. In the area of the village of Rabotino, an enemy pickup truck with saboteurs was seen and destroyed. There were foreign mercenaries in it, Rogov told RIA Novosti. According to him, the pickup truck was destroyed by a kamikaze drone. In addition, the enemy attempted to storm the Rabotino area, but came under massive fire and fled the battlefield, having suffered heavy losses, Rogov added. Volodymyr Zelenskyy will not participate in the EU summit with the community of Latin American and Caribbean countries on July 17th to 18th in Brussels, a senior European source told reporters. Zelenskyy will not come to the summit, he said. This is the first such summit in 8 years. The priority at this meeting is given to relations between the two regions, the source explained. According to him, Ukraine will probably be discussed on the sidelines of the summit meeting, probably at the leaders' dinner. It is also not yet known whether the Ukrainian problem will be included in the final statement of the summit. The EU insists on this, but discussions on this topic continue with partners in the Latin American region. Earlier, Euractiv wrote that Zelenskyy initially received an invitation from Spain to the summit of the European Union and the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, which will be held July 17th to 18th in the Belgian capital. But the invitation was refused after resistance from Latin American leaders.